Okay, we've been doing this show now. This is our 100th episode. I have to say, I love doing this show. It's great fun. Chris and I started, of course, kind of doing our own show. You know, we started at when he was working at Chili's, and we just started talking about movies. And the next thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, "Jed, move away from there." But anyway, so I just want to thank Chris, and I want to thank all of you who watch us continually. And of course, I'm talking to the core 2 or 3 of you who continue to watch us on a weekly, bi-weekly basis, and put up with all our little bits that we do. We really have great fun doing them and coming up with them, and we really do appreciate just doing this show. It's just it's a wonderful event. It's a great little exercise in just mental magnification about movies, and it keeps you sane, and it keeps you off the streets, and I really do enjoy it, and that's basically all I have to say. So I'm going to let Chris begin his little 2-minute tirade, and there you are. So I thank you very much. I look forward to the next 100 episodes. Yeah, right. But there you go. So okay, I thank you all very much.
So we've made it to our 100th show. It's kind of hard to believe, but we're here. It's been a long road. Daryl and I have come from very humble beginnings, starting this show to a little streaming audience on bidchat.com, and then we slowly started to mold and develop our style and fine-tune our review styles and our abilities to not talk all over each other and cut each other off, which speaks to our passion and our need to just get a word in. And then we slowly evolved into a creative show where we started doing bits and playing characters and just really exploring our creativity through this show and making it more than just a review show. It's an outlet for us. And then we have behind the scenes conversations and arguments about our different views and directions for the show, and generally find common ground, sometimes after many long conversations, and then we just keep going on to the next week. And the funny thing is that, you know, you cram and watch all these movies every week, and then you do the show, and then you start all over again, and here we are, back to the beginning. Let's watch another 5-6 movies, you know, and that's how it is. And we are slowly but surely getting better at what we do. At the core is our love of film, our friendship, which is now going on, I don't even know how many years now, let's say 2005 to this, so what's going on, what is this, 2018, going on 2019? Yeah, we're going on 15 years, if my math is correct. But it's been great. It's been a good situation. I'm curious to see where we're going to go next, but we made it to 100. It's been definitely a long road, and I'm pretty proud of it. The show means a lot to me. It's a passion project, it's a labor of love. And I'm hoping that it will continue to be an outlet for us. At the very least, just bullshit about movies, you know, because this is what we used to do anyway when we had lunch. Now we're just doing it in front of a camera. And it's really rewarding, especially when we do a bit that we're both really proud of, and it comes together really well, and it edits together really well. And then we get a good response from people that watch it, and that makes it all worth it. So I raise a glass to us, and I look forward to 100 more. Hello.
Welcome to the 100th episode of Film Banter.
Episode 100. We made it.
That's right, we did
I
it.
told you we'd get here.
You 2 people out there who stuck with us all this time, you 2 or 3 folks.
We applaud you.
We do applaud you.
Thank
We
you for
appreciate you. We love you.
Our
we
legion
truly
of
do.
fan-
Truly, our
yes,
legion of
fans.
fan plus other fan.
Thank you.
We really do appreciate that you've hung in there with us all
We
this
do.
time, and there you go.
See, we
So
do have a lot of other fans, but they don't religiously watch us every week.
No, they don't.
They might catch us here,
Yeah, they
catch us there.
once a year, a couple times a year, I think.
Well, but we have, I have some good close friends that love our bits.
No, they
You
do
know,
love the
you know who
bits.
you are that you love the bits.
You know, we need to put, I do think more bits probably, we can focus on. We do need to do some more bits. I mean,
Yeah,
we've done some great
we
bits.
do some great
And
bits.
the bits are always the highlight of
Yeah.
truly our
I would
our-
rather, though, do a bunch of great bits and not do as many than just phone stuff in that suck.
No, I agree.
Because we've had some pretty shitty bits,
Well,
let's be
okay.
honest.
No. I mean, and
I
when
want
we
good
come,
bits.
when we come up with them, I'm going to just shift you over so I don't have to constantly
Oh, the
touch
play knee tag?
play knee tag.
Yeah, you're
It's
right.
just fun, but I just don't want to do it now.
Save it for the Turkish bath.
We'll save it for the spa later.
But
But yes,
anyway,
I agree. Bits are fun.
Yeah, bits are fun, but it does take a lot of work on your behalf, and that's why we
It
haven't
does take a
done
lot
it.
of work.
You do a great editing job.
Yeah.
Always, he does. It's a
And
lot
I love
of
the
work.
process. It's just a lot of work
I know it is a lot
sometimes.
of work, but when the reward is great
I
because we
agree.
did a great bit,
I agree, 100%.
then it's just I can't wait to
It's
see
great.
it.
You know what?
can't wait to let me see it, and it's
We've
always
got
an
some great
approval
ones. One of my
system.
favorite ones is one of the most recent with to Star Is Born. That's a great one.
Oh, I thought that was great too.
One of the best.
I thought it was
It's
too.
great.
And I'll tell you something. Everybody I know loved your performance.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
was
It's a great
shocked.
performance. I agree.
Was
Yeah.
shocked you were great in that.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
I was into that
I was
character.
the
That was-
devil, obviously.
And then
I,
you also were the pig guy. That was
I
fun.
was the pig guy doing the. I did the bit from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, that was fun.
We
That got some laughs.
represent the- No, it did absolutely, but no, your performance was kind of starting
I
to show.
agree. That was pretty good. I'm
It
actually going
was
to put
good.
that on my reel. That's actually good enough. I think I'll put it
It
on my
is.
reel. Yeah.
No, you're absolutely.
But
fine
let's
in that.
get real and start the show.
Let's get into
This
it.
is our 100th show.
It is our
Our
100th
first
show.
episode was September 21st, 2016.
correct.
Here we are,
Was that right?
the tail end of 2018.
Wow.
Yeah, the 18th of December
Well, that makes
right now.
sense. Almost 50
Yeah.
episodes a
And
year.
we have missed a few weeks here and there over the course
Well,
of 2 years.
basically like
we
4
need
episodes.
we need about we need some time off. So
I mean, 52 weeks in a year, so we've done 100 episodes
Yeah, we've-
within a
we've
2 year.
pretty much
But
kept
we're
at it pretty
over
well.
the September. We've lapsed over September, so
exactly,
we've
yeah.
missed more. So
we
missed
had. I'd say we probably
Fine.
took off altogether
10.
maybe 10 weeks.
maybe 10 episodes.
Well, not bad over the course of.
Not bad,
Considering, I mean, we've kept at it. Not too bad for two guys just doing it in here, and then when we did it in
Absolutely.
the studio in
And we did it in the
Secaucus
studio in Secaucus.
for about
which
17 episodes
we may
roughly.
be doing it again.
That might be coming soon again. It's
Maybe
interesting
coming soon
development.
Again. Absolutely, indeed. In
But,
fact, you were
uh,
going to tell me about some of that during dinner, but
Well,
we
I
didn't.
ended up telling it all of you on the phone yesterday.
No, but you said there's even more to tell. You said, "Oh, I have even more to tell."
I don't remember what it is
No,
now.
it doesn't
matter.
Who cares?
But anyway, we are here for a
Let
nice
us go. Let us begin.
packed episode.
We do have a
This
lot
is
to go
just
through.
a highlight of some of the things we've done over the past 100 episodes. Some of our best moments.
I would like to point
Lot of
out
fun
also that next week we're going to try and put a little compilation show together for you featuring some of our best bits and some of our worst bits.
Either
And
next week or the week after. And it might be
Yeah,
end
yeah.
of year. So within
It
the
might
next
have
2
to be,
weeks.
Yeah, within the
Because
next
we're going to have a
week.
lot to cover next week.
Next week is a Christmas
Yeah.
week. We got a lot of new movies coming
Yeah.
out, and
So I think
we're gonna
maybe
try
the
and get
following
in
week we
there
should
and-
maybe try to do
I
that.
agree. I agree. Very good indeed.
But yeah, we're going to do a nice compilation. We've been wanting to
I
do
hope
that for
so.
a while, so
Well, now is the time.
it is. I agree.
Yeah. So there we go.
But
There you
shall
go.
we begin?
I think we shall begin.
We're going to
We,
begin, as you say, begin to begin.
And now it is time. Begin the begin. We're going to
With
begin with VOX LUX.
the film starring
There we go.
Natalie Portman. A
I
very
think I'll-
interesting film.
Yeah.
I love this poster. I like the colors.
Great.
Yeah, yeah. She reminds me, just right off the bat, a blend between the villain from the first Ghostbusters, Zool,
Okay.
and Lisbeth Salander from the Dragon Tattoo movies.
Oh, maybe so.
She's kind of a blend of both. And a little, what's his name, Pat Benatar.
Maybe a little Pat. I must be honest, with the makeup and the bit and the whole pop thing with the mic, the way it is. Everybody has that mic. Madonna kind of started that
Yeah.
back in the late 80s.
Late
I
80s,
believe.
yeah.
Peter Gabriel also had that. I thought Jude Law was pretty good
He was
in this
pretty good.
film. I
Yeah.
like Jude lately.
I liked him.
You
He's
know, most
good.
everything he does lately. This film is about. It kind of starts out rather. I knew what it was.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Pretty grim
That it
opening.
was going to start with
Yeah.
a shooting in a school.
Yeah.
And the young. What the hell is her name? What is her name?
Her main character, not Colette.
No,
Celeste.
Celeste, correct.
Yes, this young
Here
girl.
she is, young
She's like
Celeste.
14 years old.
And she gets
Right
shot
here.
in the neck. There she is. As the
She's part of a
14-year-old.
school shooting. She's a survivor.
And the same actress also plays her daughter.
Which I thought was interesting.
I didn't like that choice.
It was a little distracting,
It
but
was
I'm
too
like,
distracting
you know,
and too confusing. And
Well, I
then her
figured it out.
sister hadn't
Yeah.
aged one bit.
I know that was kind of odd. I noticed
Nobody
that too.
aged except Natalie
Yeah,
here,
I
which
know.
I thought was totally off. Let's talk about this movie. I was expecting the decadent story of Katy Perry. That's really what I was kind of expecting.
okay.
With kind of a real down, dirty.
I didn't know what to expect because the trailer was cryptic.
Okay.
I knew it was the rise of a pop star.
Right.
I knew there was some dark things in it from the trailer, but I didn't know what to expect.
Okay.
But continue.
I'm gonna say right off the bat, I thought this was just a god awful piece of work.
Interesting.
I thought that the first hour, it's divided into three sets of
It is.
three
yeah,
acts.
3 acts, yeah.
The first act was semi-interesting. I thought it was kind of
See her birth, her genesis as a
her
pop
genesis
star.
as a pop star, and how she has to learn. And we're basically just featuring this young girl,
The young girl.
who was.
I
Actually,
thought she was very good.
I thought she was very good
her
too.
name, I want to mention it. She's good. Her name is Raffi Cassidy.
Okay,
She's
now,
good.
There's so many discriminations within this film. This girl plays
This is
her
sister Stacey Martin.
Stacey Martin, very good.
You might know
Liked
her from the Nymphomaniac films.
Oh, there you go.
Lars von Trier.
Yes. Oh, she was extremely graphically
Yes, she was.
indulged within that particular film. Natalie's character, I didn't see as a proper evolution from the young, quiet girl that is played by her as a.
She kind of evolves into like an asshole.
She evolves not only into
Kind
an
of a
asshole,
bitch.
but a white trash talking asshole. Talks like this.
Well, her character's from Staten Island, so she
Yeah,
never
but-
lost that.
As a young girl, she never talks like that.
There was an accent that was there when she was
Very
younger,
little. Totally
and especially in
different
the
type
one
of
scene when she
character.
was talking to that, when she was in bed with that rocker.
Right.
She had like a little bit of an accent, a twang.
Oh, very little. But she's such a subdued young girl.
Yeah.
I never could see her evolving into this monster that basically she kind of
She
becomes.
kind of is monstrous.
She is
aggressive, closed off.
There's a 5-minute dialogue. First of all, you're not going to see Natalie Portman for almost it's 50 minutes when Act 2 comes on.
Well, she shot her whole part in 10 days. That makes sense.
Absolutely. But I have to hand it to her. There's an end concert scene which she is.
That's the best part of the movie.
It's
This whole ending.
really the best part of the movie.
And she's very good.
I thought she was dynamite.
I thought she was good in this film, regardless
I
of-
thought Natalie was spectacular.
Regardless of the script,
Yeah.
I thought she was excellent. It's a performance film all the way.
It is indeed.
It's not a great.
No,
it's not a great film. It's
No,
not an
it's not.
Oscar caliber performance
Oh,
film.
no,
but she
no way.
does She actually plays a good part here. I feel like she really does something we haven't seen Natalie do before.
Okay.
We haven't really
No, I
seen her
agree.
play this somewhat almost vicious person who's got a lot of demons and a lot of problems.
And I realize I'm jumping, I don't want to give away all the plot
No,
of
we're
the
not-
film. It is 3 separate acts. We see her evolve from the young girl, also, as I say, played by her now daughter.
Yes.
This girl right here.
Yes, that's
that is
her.
the young Celeste. Constantly wearing the neck thing because she's
neck
shot
brace.
in the neck right at the beginning of the
Yeah.
movie. She survives a school shooting
Yep.
where a crazed kid comes in and blows everybody away.
Mm-hmm.
This woman also never ages as we go into the
Yeah,
Natalie
Jennifer L.
Portman.
She's in 2 of the movies we're discussing tonight.
Is she interesting?
She's also in the Miseducation of Cameron Post,
Oh,
which we'll be reviewing later.
Interesting indeed.
Yeah, this is right out of Eyes Wide Shut, right there.
There you
Mask.
go. Kind of a little bit.
You know the
This
mask
is-
that he wears at the end.
Oh, gotcha. This is kind of a. Gosh, I really didn't like this film at all. I have to be honest.
And it's directed and written by a guy who's an actor
Yeah.
who's been in a lot of stuff apparently. His name is Brady Corbett.
Yeah, I remember
this is
name
his
at the end.
second film. First film I never heard of.
I will say this: they did a very interesting thing in this movie.
I know what
They
you're gonna say.
started with the credits at
Yeah.
the very beginning.
Very interesting,
I
right?
like that.
Old school too, like 70s credits,
Oh,
where everything
not
is there in
quite.
the beginning.
Yeah, but in the 70s they never put everything. They just put the top stuff. They didn't go into the gaffer and the
Well,
catering.
maybe that was in more of the 40s where they had all the stuff. Because the old movies had every
True.
bit of credit. Then it says
Not
the
every
end,
bit
and
of
that's
credit.
it.
They only went into the minute credit people much later on, more towards the I'm going to say almost the 80s when we got into the long list of credits at the end. Although I think maybe Ben-Hur in '59, there was a ton of credits in that. But generally speaking, we didn't see now
in
we
the
see
beginning.
8 minutes of credits at the end of a
At the end of a movie, yeah.
blockbuster film.
Well, I know, of course.
Of course, but back in those days, 50s, 60s, 70s, very little.
Well, yeah, 'cause,
they'd
yeah.
have credits at the beginning, and then the end would just come. The end.
Yeah.
Film over. That's it, folks.
Yeah, I agree.
Also want to mention the passing of Sandra Locke. We could have mentioned that this week.
She died,
She
74
did
years
die,
old.
75 years
75.
old. She died of...
And Penny Marshall, 74, died yesterday, last
also
night.
75. They're both, well...
I thought they said Penny Marshall 74.
No, sir. 75
75?
years old. Absolute
All
positive.
right, whatever. But she died last
Numerically,
night.
I'm far more astute. Yes, she died of a diabetic situation.
Something, yeah,
problem.
complications.
Oh gosh, I didn't like this. It was so uneven. It's just so it's so.
I will
volatile.
agree with you that it's uneven. It's
frustrating.
got some slow parts in this. That whole bit in the middle, where she's like going to lunch and walking with her daughter
Oh, I hated
and
that.
fighting with everybody in a hotel.
Hated it.
A lot of that was kind of irritating.
Hated
but
it.
what I did like that the director did was there were moments.
That lunch scene alone was 7 minutes.
That was
long.
tedious, yeah.
Oh,
but there was a
horrible.
moment where her and a character have a drug infused, tryst, and they do that in fact. They did it like in time lapse and fast forward. They also did that when her and her sister go to Sweden to record
Right.
music,
Yeah.
and it's all in fast forward. They did that.
Oh, that was cool.
That was cool. And the first time I saw that in a movie was in I want to say it was 2008. It was that movie called Rules of Attraction with James Van Der Beek, based on a Bret Easton Ellis novel. And it was all about this guy who was basically a womanizing drug addict at a college. And they had this whole sequence where one of their classmates comes back and recounts his trip to Europe. And they do the whole thing as fast forward, and it was the best part of the freaking movie.
Oh wow.
But anyway, they used that technique here, and I thought it was pretty
of course,
cool.
Hardcore Henry, where the entire
The whole
film
movie was in fast forward.
Was in fast forward.
But overall, you can wait till video to see this.
Oh,
it's
boy.
a 2.5 star film at best. But I gotta say that Natalie Portman is very good, and the young girl Raffi Cassidy, who plays her as a kid, is, I thought, the standout in the movie.
It's an unpleasant film to watch.
It kind of is unpleasant.
It's unpleasant.
Yeah.
It's if you're judging your movie experience by the
But a dynamite poster, I gotta say.
yeah, it's great. I mean, that's kind of what got me to go see it. I'm,
A very interesting title, which I learned was
yeah.
Latin for Voice of Light.
there you go. Okay, interesting.
I didn't dislike the film,
Okay.
but I didn't love it.
Oh,
It's
I
not.
did. I
It's
did
not a
dislike
film
it.
that I'm going to come back and say I can't wait to watch that again.
No, I was very disappointed
bleak,
in it. It's bleak.
depressing.
It's miserable. The first hour is kind of entertaining, and then
Yeah.
we go
And
into
get
that
that
middle
middle part,
section.
yeah.
It just ruined the whole thing.
But
So
then
this-
the ending redeems it a little bit. That concert sequence was great.
It's only 12 minutes long, and
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I enjoyed that.
It wasn't that great. I sat in a standard
It's
theater.
not- it's not in the stars
I
movie,
wasn't in an
but it's good.
Atmos Dolby theater. I saw it in a, and her voice was. It must have been Natalie singing because her voice is horrible. I didn't like her
I'll
voice
be honest,
at
I
all.
don't know. It was okay.
Sia wrote the music.
She did. Sia
all
wrote
the
the music.
songs. for
Some of the songs were memorable, I would say.
Some of them were good.
Yeah.
The first song that she wrote, the anthem.
That was great.
That when they're
In the church?
doing the memorial
Yeah.
for the slain students.
Yes.
She sings this song. I don't know if it's actually her. Certainly sounds far
I feel
better
like
than
it was
Natalie
her.
ever. I do too.
I think it was
And I
her.
think that was Natalie singing.
I think it might have been too.
God,
I like
so
the thing that
bad.
she's not going to use a voice though.
Yeah, yeah,
If
yeah.
you're going to play a singer,
Yeah, my main problem though is the metamorphosis between the young Natalie and this. Well, obviously she's now a hardened, druggy rock star
they
monster.
yeah.
She's turned into this-
alcoholic.
and I was kind of expecting, and very briefly, then we're going to move on. But I was kind of expecting her to bomb, because she's so.
I know what you. Yeah, I know
But
what
then
you're
I
saying.
realized, no, they can't have her bomb. Right before she goes on stage, she pulls all kinds of tantrums and
Yeah.
she's vomiting, and you think she's gonna die. She's in the bathroom, she's puking, and she's blah blah blah. She wasn't vomiting. That was a earlier scene of a vomiting.
Well, that
sister.
was her when she was a kid vomiting.
Right, she was
the
vomiting.
first time she got drunk.
I think she's in Europe. Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
But anyway, regardless, so you think that she's gonna, ruin it. She's
Yeah.
gonna go on stage, but no. Then I realized, I said to myself, no, of course not. That's not gonna happen because we haven't seen her great yet. So we're gonna see her just,
In her element.
go on and kill it.
Yeah.
And that's just what she did. And
Yeah.
Natalie got the move. She's beautiful.
She
I
is.
mean, Natalie really is a stunning human
She
being.
is,
There's
she
no
is.
question about it.
She is.
And of course, I love that commercial where she jumps off the pier. What would you do for love?
Oh yeah. Isn't that a
great-
perfume commercial or something?
It is a perfume. I think it's not VO5, but it's one of those. Lanvin.
So we'll move on.
Let's move on.
Overall, check it out on video, I guess.
It's kind of worthless for me. 2-star film. I
give it 2.5.
I almost say stay away. It's a performance just for Natalie alone, but just not a fun film.
All right, right now we're going to do
Gruesome.
Green Book. Unfortunately, unseen by you.
Unseen
You
by
didn't make
myself.
it.
I did not.
I'll
make
be
it.
quick.
Be quick.
I gotta say, Green Book. Okay, so if you don't know what this is, it's based. Well, not based.
Kind of blocking the thing here.
What
So
is?
Let's put this the
Is it?
remote. So I'm putting this here.
So this is
Right here.
inspired by a true friendship between these two guys. Mahershala Ali, who won an Oscar last year for Moonlight, or 2 years ago,
Right.
Best Supporting Actor. He plays a very renowned pianist in 1960s America. Viggo Mortensen
You
is
mean he's a pianist?
a pianist.
Yeah, that's
Pianist.
how do you think he plays the piano?
With his penis.
Bum,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
bum,
Dun, dun.
bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. And Viggo Mortensen plays a very Italian, kind of a rough and tough bouncer who, knows he knows the streets, right? So Mahershala Ali's character, he wants to do a tour of the Deep South during Jim Crow era. So he knows he needs
Oh,
protection.
really? This is set back in
Yeah.
What 60s?
60s.
Oh, okay.
He knows he needs protection. So eventually he's interviewing all these people to be his driver
I see.
and his security.
Right.
And so
He chooses Vigo.
these two unlikely guys become partners.
Mm-hmm.
So Vigo agrees to go with him for a 3-month tour of the Deep South. He's got a bunch of kids and his wife, played by the lovely Linda Cardellini. They live in this small apartment in the Bronx or whatever. Says goodbye to her. And one of the running things in the film is that she wants him to write him a letter every day. He's not Mr. Words. He's not a writer. So
Yeah.
their friendship
He can barely
develops.
talk.
Yeah. So Mahershala Ali obviously helps him compose these beautiful poetic letters.
TMI now.
Which
It
kind
could
of
be a little
reminds
too
me
much.
of
Since I have
Roxanne
not
a
seen the
little
film,
bit.
just kind of.
That's not giving much away.
Okay.
So this movie is really just about their road trip.
But he's
through
already
the South.
married to his wife.
Yeah, but she wants him to write to him because she's gonna miss him.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like Roxanne where he's trying to woo somebody.
No, but he wants to write these beautiful things to his wife, and he doesn't have the ability to do that.
I got you.
It's actually pretty funny. This movie is both poignant and funny. It's dramatic and a little goofy at times.
Okay.
It's directed beautifully enough by Peter Farrelly, who did There's Something About Mary,
that's correct.
Dumb and Dumber.
No, I know the
Yeah,
Farrelly brothers,
big
absolutely.
comedic guy.
I love that
who does
movie.
an excellent job
Yeah,
handling this
yeah.
material.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I loved this movie. It's one of my
Okay.
favorites of this year.
Wow.
It's excellent. I had a blast watching it. These two guys are great. This is one of Vigo's best performances.
Wow.
I really hope
That's
he gets an
saying quite a
Oscar
bit.
nomination.
Oh, he will.
He's not going to win because we got
No.
Bradley, but it's worthy of a win. It's
Yeah.
worthy. It's that good. Mahershala also very good. His character's very uptight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting. It's a comment on race relations. It's a comment on
Of course,
friendship.
it's driving Miss Daisy in reverse.
Pretty much is very
Yeah.
that's going to be compared to that. Overall, I can't recommend Green Book enough.
Really?
I
Okay.
loved it. Definitely in my top 10 of the year.
Very
Excellent.
Good. All right.
If you don't enjoy this movie, you got a problem. It's so entertaining.
Okay.
It's so enjoyable.
I gotta be honest. I watched the film. Not the film, but I watched clips of it.
The trailer or
as
whatever.
Vigo
Yeah.
and our other guy in the film.
Yes.
Made the rounds on television shows to promote it. Always showed a clip. Every time I saw the clip, I was like, "Oh God!" I just couldn't take the Vigo voice that he
Yeah,
does.
he's good.
I mean, I know Vigo. I love him from so many great
So many great
films that
movies.
he's done. I mean,
He's a great
History
actor.
of Violence. I mean, he's done a lot of Cronenberg work. He's
Yes.
done just tons of great stuff. I loved his what was it, Captain Fantastic.
That was a great film. Captain
What a great
Fantastic.
piece
yeah.
of work.
Eastern Promises.
Wonderful.
History of Violence. Great.
Absolutely.
But honestly, we haven't seen him do something like this before.
Okay. Well, that's very.
Because you
good.
can tell he's a very intelligent guy,
Yeah.
and he's playing somebody. He's kind of dumbing himself down a bit. He's
Yeah.
street smart, but he's by no
No, I
means
understand.
book smart.
Believe
he's
me,
not eloquent.
I was a limo driver for many years,
Yeah.
so I know this.
You know
guy.
this guy, exactly.
I know this guy.
Yeah. Anyway, we don't need to linger. Highly recommend Green Book. It's a
Okay.
fantastic movie.
Okay.
It will be up for Best Picture.
Probably.
I loved it so much.
I will go see.
I will buy this movie on Blu-ray.
Wow.
I adored this film.
Okay.
Adored.
Interesting. I will see it then. So we're gonna go to
Now
Schindler.
we are going to do Schindler.
Schindler's List.
The 25th anniversary
It is
of a
indeed.
classic.
There we go.
One of the most important films ever made. We don't really need to say too
I
much about
agree.
the story. You know
True,
what it
it's
is.
about the Holocaust, of course.
Beautifully
and,
made.
It's a beautiful piece of work. It really is.
And we both
stunning.
went to go see this in the theater.
Yep.
Being given it as at a small 25th anniversary release.
Absolutely.
I didn't see it initially in the theater. I know you did.
I did.
In 1993.
I saw it.
I saw it. It was like
saw
seeing it for
on-
the first
it was
time.
kind of on my right after my honeymoon.
Yeah.
Actually, Lynn and I had just come back. We had just gotten married, and Schindler's List was the first film we saw together.
Where'd you go on your honeymoon?
We just went up to Kingston. We drove.
Kingston, New
we
York.
drove around to. We drove to Kingston. We went up and stayed in a little hotel.
It's nice.
motel. It was wonderful. We
It's
had
a nice area.
had a great time, and we couldn't go too far because you know, she has a lot of doctors going on. And
Sure,
things.
of course.
The little girl in the
The
red
little girl in
dress.
red.
Of course, a significant
Yeah.
piece of notation. Great
Ray
performance
Fiennes.
by Ray Fiennes. You know,
So
he
good.
should have won, but he was beat out by.
Well,
checked it.
93 he was beat out by Tommy Lee Jones for The Fugitive.
Oh God, was he?
93.
Are you sure?
Yes, because 93
Okay.
Fugitive was up for Best Picture. If Schindler's List was not up for Best Picture that
Yeah.
year, I wanted Fugitive to win Best
There's
Picture.
no way this film could not have won.
Of course
I
not.
mean, Spielberg got everything right about
Put
it.
his heart into this.
Oh my God! I mean, it really was just amazing. There's a
It's just
scene,
incredible.
I mean, yeah, Amon Gunt.
Amon
Ehrman Gunt.
Amon Gert,
Yeah.
Gert, whatever it is. Yeah.
He is spectacular.
Hateful guy.
And Ben Kingsley, of course, is wonderful as his main man.
Yeah.
And Liam, spectacular performance.
Fantastic.
Was he nominated?
He
must have
was.
been.
His only nomination
Really?
was this film. Yeah.
Okay.
He was great.
Interesting. Boy, shitty pictures here.
Well,
on
this
my
one, again, your
large-screen
TV.
TV.
It looks
I
great on my
understand.
TV, but mine is in 4K.
Yeah, right.
So it dumbs it down.
I
Sorry.
understand. I got you. It is just a breathtaking piece of work.
It's amazing.
And I was glad to see it again.
Me too.
I really was. I saw it. I saw it in the theater. Then I saw it on Blu-ray when it came out on Blu-ray, and then I saw it again because it came out on a highly beautiful HD
Yeah.
Blu-ray. It came out like a better version, and it just came out today on 4K.
Nice.
So you can see the cremation smoke in a kind of a
Yeah.
brilliant clarity. But my Blu-ray is quite awesome. But it's just a great piece of work. I mean, he gets it all right. Just the
Yeah.
Jews hiding, and it's all set in Poland. And
incredible.
It's just an amazing thing. If you've never seen this film,
You have to see Schindler's List. It's required
really is.
viewing.
It almost is. It's his first. It's Spielberg's first R-rated film.
It was.
Then of course Saving Private Ryan
After
came
that.
along and became the second. But it's just a brilliant thing.
It's
I
a
mean,
3 hour and like 15-minute film, but I'll be honest, sitting in that theater,
Yeah.
I knew I was there for 3 hours, but it didn't feel like it.
As did
I
I.
wasn't looking at my watch. I wasn't antsy. I was just engrossed in this world.
Great performances
It's
all
perfect.
around.
And I loved seeing it in the theater because it's a different experience than watching it at home.
It is
I
indeed.
saw this one time all the way through when it first came on video
Right.
in 94 probably.
Okay.
I remember we watched it, it was Thanksgiving. We watched it after the meal. We all sat down as a family and watched this
geez.
together, my grandparents, everybody.
Really?
And yeah, but you pause it to go to the bathroom, this and that. So I think I've only seen the movie all the way through that one time.
Okay.
And then I've seen bits and pieces over the years.
Right.
So this was really, I felt like to me, the
This was
real,
your call
true
to-
viewing.
Call to duty. To
And
watch.
it was so much
Yeah.
that I didn't remember.
Right. Me too.
It's beautiful.
Me
It's
too.
a gorgeous film.
It's
so much
gorgeous
detail.
film, black and white.
And you know who's excellent? I mean, everybody's excellent, but Beth Davids really struck me as Beth Davids. She's the housekeeper that
the
Ray
girl
Fiennes
that
keeps.
She's wonderful.
She's wonderful. And she's
She
had a
is.
long career too.
Little
since.
waif like I know.
Yeah.
I looked her up on IMDb. She's done a lot of stuff. But,
She's very good. But this
yeah.
movie is just perfect.
It's an amazing. It's
It's
amazing.
sad.
film.
It's powerful. It's poignant.
hard to believe it's been
Tear
25
jerker. I
years.
can't believe it.
You know, and
I
just
feel like it just came out.
I know. And then in 4 years, we're gonna have the 25th anniversary of Titanic. So
That's
I
coming.
mean,
Yeah.
that's just
You're right.
amazing.
So anyway,
Got it all right. And of course, you see these snowflakes here are actually
well,
the
no,
ash.
this is when they're spraying them with the hose because they're
Oh,
thirsty.
that's
In
correct.
the hot summer,
Oh, I love
summer
that.
heat.
Yeah, you see the compassion in Schindler.
Yeah.
Oscar Schindler
It's
right
a great
away.
arc for a guy who was in this for the money in the beginning, and by the ending, he's taking
Yeah.
his shirt off his back. You know,
I know, pretty much.
He sees what's going on here.
Oh, the teeth.
The teeth.
Oh, what a gruesome,
It's
horrible
brutal.
thing.
I heard that I was looking at some of the trivia, and it said that because the set was always so serious, and everybody seemed to be very depressed a lot.
Really?
To bring the mood up a little bit, Spielberg would often call Robin Williams and have him do like jokes over the speakerphone for
Really?
Yeah. And then every night Spielberg.
Oh, this is a
that was
breathtaking.
beautiful.
You
It
know,
is.
this got me.
Yeah.
This is what got me.
I know it's gorgeous.
The end of this, when they're
The
actually
tearjerker.
the actual people who were in the Holocaust,
The survivors.
were the survivors, along with their acting cohort.
Conan
They all
counterparts.
walk up to Schindler's grave with the actor, with the real person that
Really?
they played.
That was cool.
And put a rock on his grave, as
Yeah.
they do in Israel
Yeah.
and Jewish graves around the world, just to commemorate a great person such as Oscar Schindler.
It's really cool.
Very amazing.
It was a beautiful ending for the film.
It really is. It got me right in the gut.
Me too.
I cried my
Oh,
eyes
yeah,
out
tears.
all over again. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's a fantastic piece of work.
It really is.
It's more. It feels more like a documentary.
It really does.
Than anything, and that's a frightening. It's breathtaking. I remember when I saw it the first time, I was devastated.
Yeah.
I was.
It's that kind of thing you've seen.
So much pain I
Yeah.
went through. Literally, it was horrifying.
You know what I read in the trivia too? That the first choice for Schindler at that time,
Oh, I know who you're gonna say.
Harrison Ford.
There you go.
And he
Yeah.
turned it down. He's like, I don't want to be distracting people by, oh look, it's Indiana Jones.
True.
Honestly,
Good choice.
I wouldn't have been able to.
And he wouldn't have made The Fugitive that year.
I know, and
Yeah.
that's arguably my
This was like a
favorite film
9-month.
of his.
This was like a 9-month shoot.
Big
I
shoot,
believe.
yeah.
This was a long one.
It was long. Yeah, it was long. I think it was
yeah.
7 months.
There's
but
Steven.
There's Steven directing.
Right.
Anyway, let's move on. We love
Let
this
us-
movie.
we do.
Check it out. You got to see it. It's available everywhere.
I'm sure you've seen it by now, but if
Um,
you haven't,
I'm going to do a brief review again because, again, I watched the film that you missed.
you did.
This is The Front Runner with Hugh Jackman. He plays a real politician from
Gary,
the 80s.
yeah.
His name is Gary Hart.
Yep.
He was a fairly popular senator back in the 80s who ran for president.
There's
in
the real
88.
guy.
There's the real guy.
Yep.
And he was kind of like a tell how it is guy. He was apparently the front runner of this election. I guess it was going into the 88 election. And then it's found out that he was having an affair with a young woman named Donna Rice,
Yes,
right
he is.
here, the real two people. And it pretty much within a week crumbles his campaign,
Yeah.
and he drops out.
Well,
None of
he
this is a
hired-
spoiler.
He hired a documentary crew to
follow him around, yeah.
and then he goes on a boat with this young babe who's not his wife,
Yeah.
sitting on his lap.
Well,
and,
yeah, he meets her there, yeah.
canoodling him, yeah.
And then so he was kind of dumb for doing that.
Sure.
But anyway, this is all about that week into that situation.
There he is, J.K. Simmons.
J.K. Simmons plays
We are farmers.
We are farmers.
Boom, 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 boom.
He plays his campaign
We
director.
know a lot of things because we've seen a lot of things.
He's very good. He's always good.
I know, but I can't get that farmers
I know.
commercial out of my brain. You don't
Yeah.
even see it because you don't have a regular TV.
But I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, this is directed by Jason Reitman, who's done Up in the Air, one of my
The
favorite
son
films.
of Ivan Reitman.
Yes. He also did Juno, and most recently he did he did Young Adult, and I think he also did did we review a lot? Didn't he do
Yeah, yeah. Just something recent.
Tully. I think he did.
Yeah, I think
did
you're
he
right.
do Tully?
He did do Tully.
I think he did that
Yeah.
too. But
You
anyway,
might want to check out the clip that we did. We did a mini movie about Tully.
We did.
Which is probably our coup de grace, which is our...
well, that's our craziest bit.
that is our
Yeah.
craziest bit.
Go on YouTube and just look up under our page. You'll see a bit of
Yeah.
Daryl in a wig going like this, dressed as a woman. It's also called like Bizarre Demon Baby Birth Shocking,
Right.
something like that.
It's also one of my finest performances, if I do say so.
It's pretty out there, yeah. This film,
Was that... Wait a minute.
that was Bill Burr.
Yeah, I know it was
Yeah,
Bill Burr.
looking
I
like
can't believe-
Bronson.
I know. I can't believe
Yeah.
he's in this film.
Yeah,
I
he's in there.
recognized
I
him.
love Bill Burr.
I
Bill
do
Burr. I
too.
saw him in
He's a
something
funny
else
guy.
recently too.
Did you?
Yeah, something
Wait a
else
minute.
he was in. That's the Donna Rice character.
Oh, okay.
It's an actress that we don't know.
You know, I almost thought that was Sarah Paulson there.
Oh, a little bit. I can
little
see what you're
bit.
saying.
There you
Yeah. But overall, this film, unfortunately for me, it didn't have the impact that I was hoping for because I'm a big political junkie. I love political movies.
And you just love Hugh Jackman. You got to go see him at his show.
I love Hugh Jackman.
I know you do.
I think he's a very talented guy.
He's a talented
He's a very
guy.
versatile human
I know
being.
he's doing a
He's
musical,
doing a stadium tour.
musical style. I
It's
can't believe it. I
amazing.
can't believe it.
Yeah, I already bought tickets.
Did you?
Yeah, we're going in June.
I think your wife demanded that you buy
No,
it.
she didn't. We both agreed we want to
Oh,
go.
okay.
No, I was my idea to go.
No,
I said, listen, we're going. I hope you're coming with me.
Oh, okay.
Because I love you. I think he's great. I love The Greatest Showman.
I love you too, babe.
You're welcome. Anyway, I think more than anything, it's
There
a
you go.
performance film because he's very good in this film.
He is good.
Is he going to win an Oscar? No.
Is he going to be nominated? No.
Probably
Is anything going to be
not.
nominated? No.
Probably not.
Is anything about this film ever going to be talked about by anybody ever again except this man right here? No.
Well, I think you should see it when it comes on video.
When it comes to video, I
Yeah.
will see it.
Because it's worthy to see because you
And
got...
look at all the people they paid off.
Yeah, exactly.
They paid off all
No,
these
but he's
people.
very good in the film.
There you
but
go.
when you got all the other big performances out there this year, I just don't think it's going to be a nomination.
Fell right into the
It
woodwork.
fell into the cracks.
Yeah, it did.
But I'm happy I saw it. I enjoyed it, but it just didn't have that oomph
Yeah.
that I was hoping for.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'd say
I think he's giving her a little oomph right
he is.
there, as a matter
it's
of
a
fact.
3-star film, I guess,
Is it?
at best.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a
Well,
bad
3 stars, not a
It's
bad,
not a bad film.
not a bad film, but
it
let us-
just didn't have the
Nothing.
the lasting impact that I was hoping
Well,
for.
Gary Hart never had much charisma, and so
But
therefore.
this movie, they make it seem like he was the front runner, the most charismatic guy.
Well, no,
you know?
not at all. No, he was kind of a bland cardboard cutout of a real politician. But the thing about Gary Hart that remains
you
an
lived through
enigma,
this. I was too young.
I did. But the thing that remains enigmatic about Gary Hart is that he was such an intelligent guy,
Yeah.
and he did everything right, and he was kind of like almost a new Bobby Kennedy to some extent.
Yeah.
He had that kind of intuitive, kind of just general appeal and general knowledge of how to run a campaign, and he was
Yeah.
great. And then he screwed it all up. And,
Yeah,
and
by-
nowadays, Donald Trump makes him look like an amateur. He makes him look like little Bo Peep.
Right.
Donald Trump has taken the world of just debauchery and I mean hookers.
Yeah, it makes it okay.
Makes it all turn.
But this was the
everything.
beginning of the tabloid-esque coverage of political campaigns.
Very true.
It started because
no, JFK was the beginning.
no, but there's scenes in this movie where they're talking about we don't cover this kind of thing. This is
Yeah.
not what we do.
No, that's
He's
true.
got the wonderful Alfred Molina in his film
That's Bill, I guess.
playing
I know.
Bradley from the Washington Post.
Oh.
Although I feel that's kind of a weird casting, but I
We
love
just saw
Alfred
Tom
Molina.
Hanks play it in the
in last
front
year
the
in
front
the,
page. No, what was
the
the name of that?
papers.
Paper. What was that
No,
called?
The
Post.
The Post. Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, check it out on video. It's a performance film more than anything.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on.
Performance.
That's all, folks. I'm channeling my inner Porky Pig tonight.
You know, last night I was watching. What's his name? He's married to Gwen. Not married to Gwen Stefani, but the country western.
Yeah, the
star.
country guy.
He's on
Blake Shelton.
Blake Shelton.
Yeah.
And he was on The Voice. The Voice finale is
Yes.
tonight, as a matter of
Yes.
fact. And so he was kind of making fun of somebody yodeling or something. He went, no, he's making fun of one of his guys playing guitar on the show, and he goes, and this guy in the studio is like, so of course I yelled out, boy, that Gwen Stefani's a very lucky woman.
That's
when
funny.
he made his little.
You yelled it out to the TV and your dogs.
I did. My dogs laughed hilariously. Look at them now.
I'm glad they
they're
get
half
you.
dead on the couch. We're now going to move on
A film
to
called Cam.
Cam.
This
There
is
you
a
go.
film that's a Netflix movie. It's
It is?
Netflix. I can't say they founded it. They just purchased the licensing. So
Probably
it's
so.
one of their little movies with a wonderful little actress named Madeline Brewer.
Yeah.
How about you give the premise, since this movie you were telling me to watch?
Okay, I will give a premise and a bit of a review, and then you may leap in.
I'll chime
here. It's about a girl, and she's kind of a sex star. She goes in front of, we assume, I don't know if there's millions of people following
it's like
her.
a webcam
But she has
thing.
quite a bit of a following. She has, people that love her and follow her profusely.
And they send
so
you
she
tips
goes
and
on
money.
here. If you're familiar with the Black Mirror concept of media being overtaken by technology to some extent, that's exactly what this movie is about. It's about a young woman who is suddenly, her identity is thieved by an exact replica of herself, and it seems to all be living in the virtual world where she is in the real world. And she does incredible little bits where at the very beginning of the film she blows her brains out. She takes a gun and she says, "Yeah, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it?"
It's
and
all
of course
about-
everyone's going,
yeah.
"Yes, yes, yes!" And boom!
It's
blows
all
her
about
brains
gaining
out.
your viewership to attract these people.
And how you can out top yourself.
Yeah.
I know the first scene she slits her
Slits her
throat,
throat,
and then
yeah.
she does the blowing brains.
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
But it's all very kind of tongue in cheek. It's
Yeah.
kind of fun. I like this film. It never takes itself too seriously. It's very sexy. She
Yeah.
gets very
She does.
graphically
It's a very
unclothed.
brave performance.
I think
I'd say.
so too.
She's very good.
I think she's very good. I enjoyed the film. Is it a great movie? It's a throwaway little piece
is.
of snuff, if you will. No.
But you could
puns,
watch a
but-
lot worse on Netflix. I'll
I
tell
mean,
you.
here she is after she snuffed herself, basically.
yeah.
There's blood pouring down herself. But yeah, it's a combination snuff, kind of a home cam.
It's also a mystery because she's suddenly
Well, it is.
realizing
Here's the
this guy's great in
he's
this film.
very
His
good.
name is Patch Dara.
Yeah.
And he's been slowly but surely getting a lot of work.
Yeah.
He was in the most recent Purge film. He played like the director of the camp. He worked with Marissa Tomei.
The
in
first
that film.
Purge?
The most recent one.
Oh, okay,
The one
the
that was a
first Purge.
prequel.
It's called The
yeah,
First
the first
Purge.
Purge. Yeah, I
Yes.
see what you're saying. Yes. And he was excellent on
Okay.
this Netflix show called Everything Sucks. He plays the principal of a school.
Okay.
Very good actor. And
Yeah.
he plays one of her fans that gets a little too obsessed.
Right.
But it's
Right.
all about her trying to gain
Yeah, you know,
more
this
viewers,
had a-
raise money on her channel.
This had a little bit of a feel in that respect where the stalking fan Unsane, remember with Claire Voy?
Claire Foy, yeah.
Voy, kind of
A
that
little
same
stalker-esque.
kind of influence there. Where
Well, just because it's a stalker, but nothing to do
I
with
suppose.
the TV world.
I like the film though. It's
Enjoy it.
colorful.
It is very colorful.
fun to watch.
And it's a quick view. It's an hour and 35 minutes. Or
Hour
whatever.
and something goes by very
Yeah.
quick. It's a kick. It's on Netflix right
It's fun.
now.
I recommend it too. I really
Check it
enjoyed
out.
it too. I didn't went into it not really knowing what to expect.
I know.
And I just said, you know what? I enjoyed this movie.
Me too.
I got sucked into it before I knew it was over.
No pun intended.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, there's a lot of sex going on here. Here she's
Yes.
got somebody's. I think she has Herb Villachez's underwear. in
Yeah,
her mouth
something,
right
yeah.
there. Or Mickey Rooney's. I don't know. In fact, I think Mickey Rooney's entire body is
Is in her mouth, yeah. And this is also,
the guy,
he's like the high roller on the chat rooms.
He's the Harvey Weinstein of the group, if you will,
Yeah.
where he's
the
trying
guy
to-
that tips the girls the most with virtual currency.
and they're all they kind of try and seduce him
Yeah.
off camera so that they can make some money off of him.
Yeah.
So it's a fun little movie.
Yeah.
Let
It's
us move on.
entertaining, you'll
we
enjoy
liked
it.
Yeah, it's a kick.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, moving
Next
along.
film, Miseducation
Of Cameron Post, starring
Cameron
the
Post.
wonderful Chloe Grace Moretz,
beautiful
everybody.
little Chloe Grace Moretz.
Turning into a very good actress.
Very true indeed. Future Oscar winner, I do
I
believe.
agree. Yeah, this film is a pretty simple premise. It's about a girl who discovers that she's bisexual, has a tryst with a young girl, high school, and she gets sent away to basically a conversion camp.
Let's not go past that scene too quickly. There's
Well, I don't want to give things
Well,
away.
she goes to the very beginning of the film.
I know.
She goes to the prom, and then
With a
she
guy.
with a guy,
And then she sneaks off with a
sneaks
friend.
off with a girlfriend. Here she is.
And in the backseat
In
of
the
a car.
backseat. I found that scene almost very erotic.
Yeah, it was.
I thought that
There's
was
no nudity,
very-
but it's romantic.
No, but there's
Very.
a very sexual essence to this
There
film,
is.
brought on by. Now we do know that Chloe in real life is a lesbian person.
Is she?
Yes, she
I
is.
thought I didn't know that.
Absolutely. No. She's strictly girl on girl.
See, I thought I just read that she broke up with a famous kid. She was dating either the son of what's his name?
Schwarzenegger?
Beckham. I think
Was she?
no. I think she was dating
Well,
the,
I know
the
she's
young Beckham.
She's definitely bi.
Well, maybe she's bi.
She is bi.
But I know she just had a
There you
high-profile
go.
breakup.
This is the end scene of the film right
Yeah.
here.
So she goes to this conversion camp, and it's run by this.
And her parents send her there when they find out that she's making out with
well,
some
actually,
girl.
she lives with her aunt. Her
Oh,
parents.
okay.
We find out her parents aren't in the picture.
Correct.
But this is the brother sister that run this place.
Correct.
John Gallagher Jr., who was in a newsroom, and we recently saw him in Peppermint.
This is basically a homophobic
Movie.
sense of,
Yeah.
of almost a communistic kind of.
Well,
camp.
it's a very religious camp, and they
Precisely.
believe they're born again or whatever. They believe that you can pray away your homosexuality.
Exactly. That not just pray away, but you can be convinced
That you're
you are not homosexual.
Yeah.
That it is not within the Lord's.
that it's a choice, you know.
Requiem to be under that homosexual spell. So
Yeah.
they're all sent here to kind of break it, and of course, all they're really doing is they're setting up all these girls to kind of make out with each
I
other.
know, silly, right?
You know, I mean, you're sending everybody who has. It's like sending the same addiction. You know,
No.
you're sending a bunch of nymphomaniacs.
You should make the
to
boys
do
and girls
sex
move together.
Precisely.
But she's very good in this film.
She is good.
She has a very good. There's a very good essence
She's a
of her on
good
camera.
actress.
I
She's a
like
good
seeing her on
actress.
film.
I do too.
She's got very expressive eyes. She does a lot of this film. A lot of you can see there's a lot of thinking. Even when she's not talking.
She's a great film actress.
She's very good.
Film acting is an art, and there's
Yeah.
a wonderful little series. You can check it out on YouTube. It's by Michael Caine. And he talks about the various stages of acting. You're
Yeah.
acting on stage, you do things big.
Yeah.
You're acting on film,
It's all small.
it takes is is the raise of an eyebrow.
Yeah.
A wink, a little lip movement to just reflect, thinking and so forth, etc. I'm now going to get into my review of this film, if you don't mind.
Please do.
Let me ask you a question, Chris. Did I like this film?
I think you did.
Okay.
You didn't like it.
I did not.
You didn't like it.
I didn't. I liked the film. I liked the film for what it was. I liked the acting. I liked the presentation. I thought it was well filmed and so forth. But by the end of the film, I felt that the concept of which they were trying to prove or disprove, I'm not quite sure, because the people who run the camp are of a specific kind of a shady nature. So we kind of get into that whole backlog of things. It's entertaining. I wasn't thrilled about watching it in the first place, but I was disappointed. It just seemed like milky nothing to me.
See, I thought you liked it because you kept telling me, oh, you gotta see this movie, you know, which you can watch on Amazon. It's on streaming.
True.
You know?
But no, I was disappointed in the delivery of what the film is supposed to be about. It just kind of fizzled out at the end.
Mm-hmm.
They're sitting on the back of a truck and they drive away and the camera sits on them for 4 to 5 minutes for no reason whatsoever.
Well, I will say that the film, for me, it was a tad anticlimactic. I felt that
Bingo.
we didn't really. It was like we got a glimpse of this world,
Correct.
and we didn't get. It was like we were given a puzzle. We really didn't get it wasn't really solved.
They just presented us with a situation.
Exactly.
The situation is never resolved.
No, I agree.
The situation is just kind of, okay, we get her there to the camp. We have other people that are going through the same thing.
Yeah.
We have a lot of interaction between her and the other girls, etc.
The friendships being born.
And then, okay, then the movie.
Unless you want to look at it through the lens of an escape film. If you think of it like as a prison escape, okay, these people can escape without
But they really don't
major
because
spoiler. They are escaping this camp.
Yeah,
so
but
to speak.
well, you've just done a major spoiler, ladies
Oh, I
and
said
gentlemen.
slight, not a
But
major spoiler.
I
but-
gotta say, the movie it fizzled out. There's nothing to it. It does nothing. There's no reason to.
There's no urgency,
It
really.
submerges you into some deep waters, and then suddenly you're at the surface going, well, what was that about? What happened that really was of any worth? It's like they didn't know what to do with the end. They could have made
a lot of movies, unfortunately, fall victim to that, where they just present
but I
something
understand, but
and you
this-
don't get that.
I think this was a little bit
resolution.
easier. This would have been easier to resolve in a much more dramatic and meaningful way. And I think they took the oh, we'll let you decide. We'll let you.
I hate those endings. I
do
know.
too, and that's
I know.
what they did.
It's a cop out.
We'll let you decide whether you think it's good and she got away or did she, or is she really is she healed now? No, bullshit. It was bullshit to me. It's too bad because I love Chloe. I think she's a great
She's
little
very
actress.
good. I mean, I think it's still worth checking out at home one night because of her performance, but it's really, at the end of the day, a missed
It's a
opportunity.
disappointment.
Yeah,
It's
a
a
missed
big
opportunity.
disappointment as a film. in
Okay,
general.
I think if I were to bring it into a star rating, I guess I give it a 2.5 stars.
I knew you would.
Yeah, 2.5 is a fair remark.
I'm gonna go
fair.
2.
You're gonna go 2.
I don't think it's worth watching for anybody. There are many better films with Chloe to watch. Watch Kick-Ass, for God's sakes. She's like 14
Well,
years
I assume
old.
everybody's seen that already.
Well,
but
not
if you haven't, check it out.
Ain't
Yeah,
necessarily
great movie.
so. Little Porgy and Bess for you. It ain't necessary. Summertime and the cropping is red. Okay,
she did a really good little film, which I think we briefly reviewed on the show a while back, called November Criminals, which I liked quite a bit.
Oh, I like that film.
That was a good film.
Yeah, that was with
David Strathairn
the
was
kid.
in that.
Yeah,
and the
well,
kid,
the kid who was in Baby Driver.
Yes,
He's in that.
yeah, he's in that. Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good film. Check out November
He's in
Criminals.
a new movie now called Jonathan.
Is he?
I did not put that on your
It's okay. I'll try
drive,
it on
but
Amazon.
yeah, I mean, this girl almost looks like Meryl Streep here.
Yeah, that's Jennifer L.
She's
We just
actually
saw.
quite good.
Yeah, we saw her in. We just saw her in VOX LUX. She was the
Oh.
PR person.
Was she?
Yeah, that's her.
That's her.
Same person.
You're kidding
Yeah,
me.
she's been in a lot of movies.
Wow.
A lot.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I did like the camaraderie between. I thought the kids were
Well
all
cast.
good.
Yeah,
I
they're
thought
very
the
well
kids were
cast.
good.
The tough and tough girl, like with the dreadlocks, she was
Yeah.
very good.
No, true.
Anyway, so we can move on. Yeah, not a great film.
No. Very disappointing.
Now we're gonna move on to
Juliet Naked.
a film that I don't think you liked at all. But if you don't know anything about this movie, it's based on a Nick Hornby novel. In the film, I'll do the quick premise.
No,
Ethan Hawke.
ask me, Chris. You ask me, Daryl.
Okay.
Did I like this film?
Oh, Daryl, did I like this film?
I'm gonna say so-so.
So. I agree. It is a so-so. It's very watchable. The premise is pretty simple. The wonderful Rose Byrne, her boyfriend is
6 months pregnant from filming this.
Yeah, I know.
They
and
had to do the
creative
constant
camera movements.
creative camera movements, exactly.
So she's in a relationship she's not happy about with him, Chris O'Dowd. He is obsessed.
I do like this guy.
I like him too. He is obsessed with a rock star played by Ethan Hawke, who's kind of vanished into obscurity.
Right.
And he runs this big website.
What's his name again?
I'll be honest, I don't remember.
I know, I can't remember his name either, and it's a big name. It's
Tucker Crowe.
Tucker Crowe.
Yeah, Tucker
There
Crowe.
you go.
So people speculate: is he alive?
There
Is
he
he
is.
dead? He's vanished.
Right.
He's not coming up with any more music.
You know,
so
this
he
is
runs
the
this
same film as that movie with the girl that I love with Jason, married to Olivia Wilde. Jason Sudeikis.
Sudeikis, yes.
And the beautiful woman that was in the threesome movie with the sex film that we loved. What's her name? She's dark-haired woman, beautiful.
I'm trying to think what you're talking
She was
about.
in. You remember that three-way? It was a Freud. It wasn't a Freud. It was shoot. We've
You're
seen
not
this
thinking
one.
of Dangerous Method, Keira Knightley, with
No.
the Cronenberg film?
No. But anyway,
It'll come to you.
it's called Tumberland.
Oh, Tumberland.
Right. And it's with Jason Sudeikis, and it's the same kind of premise. It's about a guy like a Neil Young type
Okay, I
of
see
folk
what you're
star,
saying. Yeah.
and supposedly he's fallen off a cliff. And the dark-haired woman in that film, she's British. She's
Yes.
done a lot of stuff, very beautiful. And she was in that three-way movie with the gay man who was in the Dracula film. He was also in The Alienist. With
You mean Daniel Bruhl?
correct? No, not Daniel.
Oh, the
Bruhl.
other guy.
The other guy.
He
was in Dracula.
Dominic Cooper, right?
He was also in, I believe he
I know
was
you're
in,
talking about.
I think he was in Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't matter. We're getting off track.
You're talking about the movie about the creator of Wonder Woman?
Yes.
Rebecca Hall.
There you go,
Oh,
Rebecca
okay.
Hall.
There we go, Rebecca Hall.
Oh,
now
ladies
we
and
got
gods,
it. Rebecca
please,
Hall. There we
be
go.
kind to my memory,
We got
please,
it.
for God's sake.
Okay.
I love Rebecca
Yes.
Hall.
Yes, she's
But
excellent.
anyway, there was a movie called Tumberland.
Yes.
And kind of the same thing. This is a little bit more pronounced. He's infatuated with Tucker
And he runs his
Crowe.
message board talking about this guy. That's all he does all day long.
Yeah, right. He's got a shrine in the basement to him.
And then, which I felt was very contrived, she just happens to randomly meet him on the message
I
board
know.
because she comments one day on
Well, meets him, and then they form a relationship.
They do,
He
yeah.
comes out of the blue.
it. Pen
and then, of
pals,
course,
phone
I
pals.
know.
He comes over to London to see her. Well, he's coming over because he's got a ton of different kids. That was kind of weird. His character's fathered all these children, and they're all over the place.
Correct.
And he goes to see one of them.
Yeah, there is
in
one
London.
scene in a hospital bed.
Yeah, that
He
was
has
kind
a-
of cool.
Did
Yeah.
you like that scene?
It was all right. It was. I thought it was
for
a
me,
very
the worst
well
scene.
acted
I
scene.
thought that was
though.
the worst scene in the film.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it was
like
just
that scene.
everybody
It was
screaming.
very
and-
well acted,
It's
I
like you
thought.
would be doing a show.
It felt very real.
People
I
are
thought.
screaming all the time.
I know. But it would make sense though if this guy's the deadbeat asshole
Yeah.
to his kids.
I liked Ethan.
He's
I'm gonna
very
su-
likable. All three
surprise
of them are very likable in this
I'm
film.
going to surprise you. I like this film.
Yeah.
The end of the movie,
Oh, so
the
you
end of
liked
the
it.
thing. It was a nice little. I thought it was a nice little.
I mean, it's very watchable.
It's very watchable. I was comfortable with it. I like the characters.
But
I
it's
like
not-
that she got to show him. Hey, look.
Exactly,
You're infatuated
yeah. And at
with
first he
Tucker
thinks
Crowe.
he's lookalike.
I know. He thinks, hey, that's not him. Yeah, I'm Jerry Lewis. Who do you
Yeah.
think you are? But and he did say Jerry Lewis, as a matter of fact.
Yeah.
But I liked it. I love Rose. I just
She's
like
great,
the
too.
feeling of this film. It had
They're
an
all very
old
likable
time-
actors.
Had like a Rolling Stone kind of a period look back retro
Yeah.
thing of an old rock star coming out of the blue to kind of. And this is his latest son. He was very good.
He was
this little
good, very
kid.
good, yeah.
He was kind of cute.
Yeah.
I love Rose.
I love her too.
There's the bag over her
Yeah,
midsection.
exactly. Well, now
of
that you
course,
know, if you know
Bobby,
that, Bobby Cannavale. Yeah.
is her
So
husband.
if you know that she's pregnant, now go watch it again to look for all the. Hey, there you go.
Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know till afterwards, so I read the trivia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But overall, I mean, it's worth checking out.
It kind of
it's
is.
just not a film that's
Not
gonna.
a great film.
It's
yeah.
not gonna leave you with any lasting impact.
I do apologize to you viewers. This is a mediocre week. Of course, now we're coming up to the good stuff.
Well,
We
the
got
end of the
all
year,
kinds of
great stuff's coming out.
All kinds of great stuff.
Well,
It's
we're
in
gonna-
theaters now that
We're
we
gonna.
haven't been able to
Well,
get
at the end
to.
of the show, I'm gonna cover everything that's coming out.
All right, cool.
So anyway, this is kind of a great
kinda
movie
liked
to
it,
watch
though.
on an airplane.
Yeah, it was kind of fun.
It's worth watching once.
What about our show? Would you watch us on an airplane?
I would.
And it would give new reason to use those vomit bags.
Oh
that
yes.
They give you.
Especially when you're dressed as a woman.
Well, there you go. And especially when you're dressed as a woman.
I think I'm a better looking woman than you are.
Oh, I think I'm a far better looking woman than you.
I don't think so.
Oh, come on. I'm
You had a
I'm
mustache for
red-haired.
crying out loud.
I can shave it off.
You can, but
No,
you
no,
didn't.
you were ugly
When I played a
woman,
woman,
man.
I was clean shaven.
Well, I gave him the dress and and I said to him, "Come on, you're going to be a woman now." He said, "Let me see the dress." That's
Let
what
me
he
see-
says.
let me see the
Let
dress.
me see what kind of dress you got me.
We went
Now,
to
of
the
course,
effort
it
of
was for
buying
the
one.
I Feel Pretty episode
Back in
which
May.
You can Google on your YouTube
Check it out.
channel. Okay, let's
All right.
go on. We're going to go
We're gonna
to
do Alpha.
There we go.
Which is, I'll be honest, when I saw this trailer in the theater before this movie came out,
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't really want to see this movie. So I actually had to force myself to check it out
Yep.
recently. And I'm just gonna say it. I really enjoyed it. It's a beautiful looking movie.
I love this film.
Yeah. Tell the premise briefly.
This was recommended to me by a
good friend of yours.
Good
yes.
friend that I don't know if it's a friend anymore, but I loved this film. I just thought it was magnificent. And like yourself, you know, we had subtitles to deal with.
Yeah, by the way, this movie, there's no English spoken. It's all prehistoric dialect.
Very little dialogue at all, really, except we do have little monologues that he does after something happens.
I love this guy. He's great.
Yeah,
the father.
He is the father.
His name
I love
is
the mother, too.
Johannes Jaakko Johannesson.
Jason Momoa's Uncle Tom. Yeah, whatever.
And I gotta say, this film was directed by Albert Hughes of the Hughes brothers.
Really?
Yeah, they did
the guy who did
From Hell,
Dead
Presidents,
wow,
and the Book of Eli.
Oh, jeez,
I
just saw Book of Eli the other night on.
This is a good movie.
I love this film so much. I tell you, there's a spirituality to this film.
It's about the bonding of man and canine, right?
And animal.
Man and canine. Yeah.
And we're going to get into my next review. I'm going to review The Rider for you.
Which is the same thing, yeah.
Which is very similar to some extent.
Yeah.
But there's a great thing, and I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm gonna. This is a little bit of a spoiler, but it's going to get you through the first 20 minutes of this film because you may turn it on like I did and you did, and then just said, you know, I don't feel like watching this. But there's a great scene where he's going out. Dad's trying to teach him to be a man.
Yes.
This is a young tribe. You feel like this is set back in the BC.
Well, yeah, this is like I think it said like 30,000 years ago.
Well, it feels like it.
Yeah.
Except he's wearing a nice coat and a nice medallion. He's got the cool boots. I mean, it's kind of like J. Crew for the BC crowd.
Well, we kind of let our minds forget
the dinosaur.
That
We just needed a brontosaurus coming over.
It's
the
like
top
in
of
The Edge with Alec Baldwin. I love that film. But in that movie, they have a perfectly made fur coat from a bear pelt. Come on.
Okay. But this kid is really great.
He's
he
very
looks
good.
like Brendan Fraser Jr.
His name is Cody Smith McPhee.
He's wonderful.
Beautiful
So what
shot.
happens? Dad, all the woolly mammoths here are all completely CGI.
Of course.
But they're all traveling. They're going out into the world. Suddenly, the boy falls over the side of a cliff onto a ledge. And on that ledge, and I told you, I said, suddenly something's going to happen involving a cliff.
Yes.
And suddenly you're going to change.
I know, yeah.
Your whole
Sucks
you are now sucked in. You are now a part of his journey. How the hell is he going to get off this cliff? And of course, it's...
Well, let's not give away how, but let's just say he gets lucky.
He gets off. He gets very, very lucky. Very lucky.
Almost impossibly lucky.
Only in the movies can you get that lucky, folks.
Yeah.
But anyway, and then, of course, there's a wolf who kind of is wounded, and they come to each other's kind of...
mutual rescue.
Mutual help.
Yeah.
It's like, he pulled the claw, the thing out of the bear's foot, you remember in Andronicles and the bear, the biblical tale. And suddenly they're a team. And they're going off, and now all of the wolf's friends are kind of, he can talk to them, and there's a lot of unwritten dialogue in this film. I loved it. I love the spirituality, but the beauty of this film, it kind of brought me back a little bit to that Ron Perlman film. Remember when he's a caveman. Which is perfect.
Oh, you're talking about
Quest for Fire.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Back in '72 or something.
Early '80s, I think.
Maybe early '80s. You're right.
Yeah.
But I had that kind of a carnal essence of just that this quiet world. This is such a beautiful film.
It's gorgeous to look at.
Simply sit.
Gorgeous.
There are star showers as he and the wolf are just looking over the. It reminded me of King Kong and Naomi Watts sitting on that lake.
That was beautiful.
And she's skating around, and there's just a beauty.
It's a good comparison.
It truly is, and
it really is a wonderful little gem. Yeah.
And
check it out. It's on Amazon.
It really is. I'm just gonna say the ending is perfect.
It's a perfect movie.
It's beautiful.
It is.
It's really, for me, it's a 3.5, almost a 4-star film.
I would say 3.5.
I'd go 3.5.
Considering that I didn't want to see it originally, really blew me away.
Yeah, true.
So let's move on because of time. We don't have much time.
Okay.
We're gonna do a brief review, I would guess, of Boundaries. And then
you want to blow Boundaries off because we are.
Why don't we blow off The Rider? We'll do it next week.
No. I want to do a little bit on The Rider.
Well,
because I want to go right into The Rider. So I'll tell you what. Let me do The Rider for 5 minutes.
5 minutes. You have 5 minutes.
And then we'll do Boundaries.
5 minutes you have.
Okay.
Because I haven't gotten a chance to see this, so no spoilers.
I understand. Okay, no spoilers. This is simply one of the greatest films I have seen in the last
And it's a true story too, right?
2 years, 3 years. I can't
Yeah.
even tell you.
I've heard great things.
This film blew me away.
Yeah, it looks great.
I sat here and I watched this and I was moved. There's not a false note in this film. There's so much. I mean, there are mentally handicapped people in this film.
These are all real people. These aren't actors.
I know.
Yeah.
So this director, this woman,
Her name is I have it here.
amazing.
Her name
She
is
put together
Chloe Zhao.
Oh my God! What she did in this film
Yeah.
is beyond. Beyond. I can't believe this film. This is a 2017 film. This should have been nominated for Best Picture. Here's his sister. Everybody basically plays themselves.
Yeah.
All first names are their real first
They are,
names.
yeah.
This little girl right
Brady,
here.
Mooney, Tim,
How
Lily.
they
Yeah.
got them? Here's,
It's amazing.
Here's the mom.
Yeah.
This movie just knocked my socks
I can't
off.
wait to see it.
I sat there just, I tell you, it's a tough film to watch, but here this kid, I mean, what a performance, but it's not even a performance.
It's him
like
reliving
you're
what happened to
watching,
him.
Exactly.
Documentary.
You're watching almost a documentary. It just felt so real, so good.
It looks
He's
great.
a horse trainer,
Yeah.
but it's not like a fake horse shit,
I
no
understand.
pun intended. You really see him
got a
training
kinship.
horses.
Yeah.
You see him actually take a horse that is wild, kind of, and turn it into a docile creature. This guy blew me away.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch
I
it.
hope he does some more stuff, but it just...
I love when these kind of unique movies
Oh
come out
my
of nowhere.
God! It just
it's great.
hit me.
This brings your faith back in film.
It won the best picture at the Gotham Award.
This is the director, Chloe Zhao.
Oh, is that her?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta be kidding
That's her,
me.
yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, I got it.
This woman, I would kiss her feet and rub them into my. No, don't go there.
Don't creep
go
her
there.
out.
But I tell you, what an incredible. I mean, it was mesmerizing, and I so am anxious for you to see it.
I can't wait to see it.
And you will see it.
Yeah, I'm going to.
And it's just amazing.
Cool. Well, thanks for that.
Just incredible, and it's a great.
I'll review it next week.
It's a great double feature, and I'll review it again with you
Okay.
because people
We'll
should
get
know
more
about
into it
this
in
film.
depth.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
For now, you can watch it on Amazon. You can watch it on YouTube,
There you
Google
go.
Play. It's out there.
It's a beautiful film as a double feature with Alpha.
Yeah.
It's just about the bonding of man and beast, and oh man, it knocked me out.
I'm happy to hear it, man.
I can't believe that it's only getting a little bit of recognition
Now.
here at the Gotham Awards. It's 2 years, almost 2 years later.
Yeah.
Well, not quite, but 2017. We can do Boundaries real quick.
Yeah, real quick. So this is one of those movies that it's a road movie. It's about a dysfunctional family. The wonderful Vera Farmiga.
And the wonderful
Christopher Plummer. She
here.
basically she has a young son. She's wonderful in this movie. She's got a father
She
who's basically never been there.
Right.
He's a weed drug dealer. We learn.
We've seen this a zillion times.
We've seen it a zillion
before.
times,
We just
but
saw
it's-
this in Kodachrome, as a matter of fact.
Except he wasn't a drug dealer. He
Well-
was a photographer. But
Well, yeah, I don't really think of him much as a drug dealer.
the whole movie's about him selling drugs on their trip.
Now. Was he a drug
He
dealer?
was a drug dealer the whole life.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah. But he's more likable than
Scott Cooper?
No, he's a lot
Scott,
more. No, Ed Harris.
Oh,
He's
Ed
more
Harris.
likable than Ed Harris was in
you're right.
Kodachrome.
That's true.
He's great. I love Christopher Plummer.
I love him
He's
too.
a treasure.
Look at this guy. He's like 80
something.
82, 83. He looks fantastic.
There's a fun cameo by Christopher Lloyd. that
Oh, yeah,
comes in.
yeah.
They go to have dinner. So it's really about this woman is reluctant to pick up her father at an old age home that he's been thrown out of.
Yeah.
And she has to drive him to her sister's house in L.A. And they're driving from Seattle. So it's a
Sure.
road movie. It's kind of like this.
That's a bonding. It's a
Bonding.
It's on Golden
He's binding.
Pond
Yeah.
on the road.
This is the sister who's been in a ton of movies.
We've seen her everywhere.
Yeah, her name
she used
is,
to be in a show. Wasn't she on Parks and Rec or something?
Kristen Shaw. Well, she was in
One of
that
those.
show, Last Man on Earth, with Will Forte.
Oh, that's right.
Christopher Lloyd right there.
Yeah.
So, he's Plummer's bonding with the young grandson, and he kind of gets him involved in a scheme a little bit.
Right.
It's a 3-star comedy. It's entertaining. It's got
Peter Fonda, right?
Peter Fonda, great cameo. It's got some tug at your heartstrings moments. There's the stuff you expect, the fighting. How dare you, never there for me, that kind of stuff. But Bobby Cannavale plays the deadbeat dad.
Right.
It's very watchable.
Same guy who knocked up Rose Byrne
in real life.
In real life, yeah, they're married.
They are.
They've got.
I don't think they're married, but they're together.
You know, they're that typical
Domestic
actor,
partners. Yeah. It's a very watchable film. It's a silly throwaway movie, but I enjoyed it. I liked it better than I guess I thought I was going to.
I gotta be honest
you
with you.
didn't care for it.
Not a cliche in the book that they didn't go to.
Of course,
the
you expect
ending
that.
was just sheer. Oh, we're so happy and we're all together now. Oh, we're all gonna live. Oh, I couldn't stand it. It was so sickeningly sweet at times.
It's paint by numbers, but it's well done. I thought
it was okay. I thought Vera was good. I love Vera Farmiga. She doesn't do enough work.
No,
I think we only see her every.
Well, she was also. I didn't mention.
Maybe once a
year. She's also in The Front Runner. She plays his wife.
Oh, does she?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought this was just a little too sappy for my blood. The ending came along, and it almost has a Hallmark Hall of Fame ending where everybody's smiling at the camera.
I don't think it's that bad.
I hated it. Oh, but look at the ending again. It's god awful.
It was them having breakfast. He was cooking breakfast.
No, it was just no. They all at the end of the film. It's like they take a bow.
Do they? I don't remember that.
Yes, the end of the film. Everybody stands there and it's like, "Hi, I'm Vera Farmiga. Hi, I'm Christopher Plummer.
Regardless,
Hi, I'm the kid."
Those kind of things you expect in these movies.
No,
I'm willing to forgive it if I'm entertained.
You know, and I love Chris. I love Vera. I do. I think she's fantastic. I loved her in Up in the Air. I just thought she was...
No, she's excellent.
She's
I love
dynamite.
everything.
She's great.
Up in the Air is a great role for her.
That little...
a really good movie with what's his name was excellent that she did with, unfortunately, the late... what the hell's his name?
Hoffman?
No. She did a movie called Running Scared with Paul Walker. His best movie. Excellent, if you've never seen Running Scared.
Sure I saw it.
Came out about 10, 12 years ago. Really good.
Yeah.
Harrowing action movie. She plays his wife.
I remember it.
Good film.
And they're running on rooftops and gangs.
Yeah, it was the first time I really noticed her. No,
Yeah.
it's not that.
Oh, okay.
He's a regular guy. There's some good unexpected violence in that movie. Check out Running Scared.
Okay.
Vera Farmiga and Paul Walker.
I love her.
Anyway, we're gonna move on
She was
real
also
quick.
great as she played Mother Bates in the
show.
The
Bates Hotel
Bates
TV
Hotel,
show.
right?
Yeah. So we're gonna move on.
When Norman Bates was a young man, they called him Master Bates.
But
So our
real
next,
quick opening. Now we're just gonna cover what's coming
this
soon.
week.
Opening this week, we have the big movie Aquaman.
Well, we have Aquaman.
That's coming out this week.
Yeah.
We also have
the luscious Amber Heard,
Amber
ladies
Heard.
and gentlemen. Who, as an acting person, is she that good? She's okay.
She's not bad.
I think Jason is perfectly cast.
We have Bumblebee.
This looks like horseshit.
I'm not
deluxe.
dying to see it. I'll be honest with you.
I do like little
Haley Steinfeld. She's good.
Kind of cute, but I have no desire to see.
We also have Mary Poppins coming out.
Mary Poppins coming
with
out.
Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Miranda, I know, but I do hear
I heard it's good.
I hear that she is
Excellent.
Lady
That's what I've
Gaga's
heard.
real competition.
I heard that.
In the Best Actress
We have
category.
second act. We're not going to be reviewing this, but it is open this week.
It is there. I probably will see it at 3 a.m.
It looks very watchable, but very
fun. I like
cliche.
Jennifer.
You
They
know
have a
what's
nice
gonna go.
little slapping scene.
I gotta
on,
say, this movie looks very interesting to
looks
me.
horrible.
Robert Zemeckis.
Oh.
I want to see it.
I cringe every time I see
It
that
looks
silly
good.
commercial.
Looks
Based
very-
on a true story.
Very interesting film.
Kids made fun of me, and now we
They
make
beat him
some-
up, almost killed
I
him.
know, and now they make little.
This looks great.
Well, you're gonna see.
Yeah, this
very
is a
shortly.
World War I documentary
Produced.
by Peter Jackson, where we colorized footage from World War I.
Are you sure?
Yes, because we have a lot of World War II footage.
I thought that
We don't
was-
have
I
anything
thought this
almost
was
from World War
World
I.
War II.
No, it's World War I.
Well, it doesn't say that.
But you can just look at the outfits. That's clearly World War I.
Oh, I don't know.
That's
Maybe.
not World War II.
It could be World
No,
War
it's
I.
World War I.
Oh, if
I'll bet
say
you
so.
$10 that it's World War I.
No, I won't bet you.
Because it is. And then we have this open. It looks a lot of fun on Christmas.
You know what I'll tell you that does look fun and is coming out very shortly, and that is Steve Coogan and
Well, that's on here too.
John C.
That's coming
Reilly
up. Ollie,
as
Stan and
Stan
Ollie.
and Ollie. Oh my
This
God!
I can't wait for. Vice on
Phenomenal.
Christmas.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to this.
Dick Cheney movie.
I've heard that Christian is the best, but they don't really get.
Can't
into-
wait for this.
They really
Nicole
don't get
Kidman,
it. And
Destroyer.
This does look great.
She's going to be
Looks
up for
like
Oscar
she
for that.
almost- She's very possible. I think
Yeah.
she's already up for a Golden Globe.
I
Is she
think
not?
so. Yes.
I kind of.
And this-
I do like Felicity.
Yeah,
Here
playing
she is.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I know. Is she?
Yeah, that's what this is
Yes,
about.
Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
Interesting.
On the basis of sex. Yeah.
And then here's Stan
Interesting.
and Ollie, I believe, next.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait.
Well, look at the makeup
Perfect.
on John C. Reilly.
They were raving about this guy in
I'm
an interview I
telling ya.
saw.
Well, Steve Coogan.
Perfect.
He was just on some show the other night, and he was doing the impression.
Oh, it's great.
He does loads of impressions.
You know,
He's
I grew
outrageous.
up on Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah.
They were a big part of my childhood. So I'm very excited about this movie.
For me, my childhood was the Three Stooges.
Yeah, well, I like them too. But I like them better.
But I do love Stan and Ollie. And
Can't
they were
wait.
Great. Abbott and Costello
Yeah.
were also.
I'll be
big.
honest, I've virtually seen almost nothing of Abbott and Costello other
really?
than some of the bigger clips.
Meet Frankenstein.
I never saw any of their movies
You
in
know
a whole.
something? That is Quentin Tarantino's favorite
He
film.
loves that movie.
I love it too.
I should watch it.
Oh, it's dynamite.
Yeah, I should watch these movies.
Absolutely.
I just,
It's 80 minutes long.
I know. I just haven't
Everybody's in it. I mean,
know.
Bela Lugosi's in it, and Lon Chaney Jr. plays
Oh,
the
cool.
Wolfman. It's wonderful.
seen it. That's it, folks.
It's a kick. There you go.
Well, that's our show. I hope you enjoyed our 100th episode. We'll be back with more fun-filled stuff next
We
week.
will, in fact, we are
we'll
going to put
see you
together
soon.
our compilation.
By the end of the year, that'll be done.
bits.
Yeah, we'll get that done.
By the end of
Yeah.
by the end of next year, Chris will
This
finally
year.
get that together.
By the end of this year.
By the end of 2022, Chris will
23.
decide that now it's time
To do our retrospective
do
of
our
only the first 100 episodes.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, guys. We will see you. We salute you. See you soon.
Road. Yeah, going on now. Yeah, Mr.